going to walk you through setting up Snort on any Linux distro to help you with IDS, intrusion detection. So what's going to happen here is we are just using regular Linux Mint. You can put this on Kali Linux, Parrot Linux, doesn't matter, Ubuntu. This is essentially Ubuntu right here. Linux Mint. They also have a Debian version, but we are just going to put it on Mint, and let it run. And yeah, we're going to do that so you guys can set up a IDS IPS with Snort. That way, if you're being hacked or if anybody tries to get in your network, you will be alerted. Right? Pretty simple. You can also use netstat and stuff like that as well, but this is pretty much more robust, more more driven toward that. So let's go ahead and begin. So obviously we are going to need the terminal because that's where we're going to be doing a lot of our work. So we're going to start there. So if you have a terminal, please do open your terminal and follow along. Now, if I can find my, scroll down here, here we go. So let's launch that up real quick. I guess I made this too big. Let me fix my display on here really quick. Down here, display, there we go. I want to be able to see the whole screen. So we will go, oops, sorry. There we go. So let's go. This is recommended. We don't want that. That's way too much. Let's keep it down here. Let's do that. All right, perfect. Hope you guys can see this. If not, please let me know, and I will resize the video and redo it if you cannot read this. So I will go ahead and bump this up like once or twice. There we go. All right, looks good. Sorry, just trying to get this set up so it looks good on my end. So the first thing we're going to do, obviously, there's some things we need to install, right? Before we get with the Snort. Excuse me. So what we can do is go ahead and try to install Snort by itself. But there's one thing. Let's go ahead and install this real quick, which is apt. Well, apt get. You want to do the install. Now you need to install the what's it called? It's the lib pcap is what it is. So lib pcap dash development version space, and now you want to put Bison Flex on this. We'll explain more about this a little bit later. That should do it. Oh, we need sudo, obviously. So sudo. Alright, now hopefully that will install and we don't have to go find it and manually install it. Alright, awesome. Hit yes, enter. This might take like a minute or two. It shouldn't take too long for this. Snort is going to be the long one that it's going to take a minute to install. All right, good deal. So now we go ahead and install Snort. So press up on there because the app install is already there. So it kind of like, go ahead, go back. Now just type in Snort, S-O-R-T. Yeah, Snort. There we go. That'll start installing. Hit yes. that might take a minute, so if you want to, you can go ahead and fast forward. I'm just going to let it sit here and install because stuff like this right here will pop up, and obviously you need to know how to do this. Now, if you have multiple interfaces, you can go do an ifconfig and look up the interface you want. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up a new window here, and we're going to do ifconfig, and there they are. So here's mine right here. Copy that. Let's make sure that is the right name. It's not ETH0. Alright, and if you have Wi-Fi, it'll show you, but if not, and you know you have Wi-Fi, type in IW config, and that will show you any Wi-Fi networks or whatnot. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit OK, and let that go. Oh, you know what? I did not put in the right one. It is, there we go. That'll be it. All right. So go ahead and leave that the same because that will give you all the network addresses within your network, the \16. So let that go ahead and install. If you want, you can go ahead and fast forward through. That's fine. I'm going to leave it like this. So in case anything pops up like this right here again, we can go ahead and see it and go through it. Yeah, that's fine because it's the only one we have. All right. Well, that was kind of pretty fast, huh? Usually it takes a little bit to install Snort, but I guess we're kind of lucky today, huh? So now we're going to use a couple of Snort commands. Excuse me. So let's look at the Snort version. See which one it is. So we'll type in Snort, tag V, enter. What is it saying? There, I can't start. There we go. So yeah, acquiring network traffic from our. There we go. Right, so warning: no preprocessors configured for policy 0. So that is what we're going to have to do, obviously. So now we're going to do snort tag VD. This option should not be used normally. Displaying the traffic requires too much resources, right? And it is applied only to show the command outputs. So in the terminal, we can see headers of traffic detected by snort between the PC, the router, and the internet. Snort also reports the lack of policies to react to the detected traffic. So if we want snort to show the data, we need to type in, the snort tag VD. So obviously this is not going to show anything right yet. So we are going to close this with, of course, Control C. Or is it Control X? Can't remember. Yeah, Control C. Okay. And this right here tells you, like, ARP, we got 22. Obviously. IP4, 16. Okay. ETH, 38. Yeah, we know that, right? So let's go ahead and type in our snort VD. There we go. So we'll do that, and that should show, like, that should show our, let's see, oops, click on that, there we go. Okay, here we go. So so the PCAP DAC is configured to passive, acquiring network traffic from ENS33, decoding Ethernet, initializing complete, snort. So the version is 2970. This is build 149. So this should be the most updated build, hopefully. So I'm going to leave it sitting here for a second, and we should get some information out of this. the PID is the process ID. That process ID number is 3515. I'll show you how to look up the process IDs in a later video. As of right now, we're just wanting to get some info. There we go. Okay. And we're going to have to configure those in a minute when we get done with all of this, and then we'll be good to go. All right, now we are showing some good stuff, right? So just like the V parameter that we used, we're going to use E, which represents a waste of resources too. Okay, it's usually should be avoided for production. So after this, we'll type in the VD and then E as well. So just showing you what it's going to look like. We got Agent Google. That's Chrome. So we have Chrome over here to the right. I have open. I just went to a website, so it would populate some traffic here. Obviously, it shows, let's see if we can open this command wider. It may, no, usually it goes all the way out, but I guess not. Oops, don't want that. There we go. Okay, and here's your host right here. You can see that on port 1900. It gives you a lot of information. So let's go ahead and stop this. Now we are going to press the up, and now we're going to add an E in there. Actually, let's do it separately. Let's do tac V, tac B, tac E, just for the sake of, being correct. Enter that. And this is process ID 3533 again. But like I said, we're using the E, which that is for the, what did I say that was for? I can't even remember half the time. Oh yeah, it's for the waste of resources. So, anyways, we're just doing some stuff, seeing everything go through. So, okay, let's stop that. See, we got some info on ARP and bad checksum 1 and total of 17. Of course, you can scroll up and look at some of that. Now we're going to have to make a directory for the snort logs. If you don't, I think they by default go into the var log folder, but we're going to go ahead and mkdir for snort logs. All right, just made one of those in our home directory. Now we need to do a snort tag D, tag L, and then of course your snort logs. Oop, did I do that right? No, I did not. Take that in out. Sorry about that. And there we go. Output. Yep. Error, can't start that. Yeah, obviously. Operation not permitted. Hold on. Let me do this. Sometimes you got to use sudo privileges, and so we're going to output all the logs into the folder that I made up over here. So if you go into your home folder, you should see it automatically. There we go, and it'll see. There's your logs. After we're done, we will look at that log file and see what we can see. We'll let it run for a second and get through so it can put some information in that log file. Sorry about that. Give it just another minute. Make sure I put some stuff in there. Tell you what, sometimes it just takes way too long. Alright, so let's go ahead and cut that. Gotta do that right. Control C, Control C, Control X. Let's stop. Sometimes it'll lag, but it'll stop.